Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu wassalam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. This is a long awaited video. I was thinking about doing this since 1 or 2 years, and I was just postponing it because it's not good to talk about yourselves. Right, I mean, it could lead to takabbur or show off, and that's why I didn't want to talk about my journey to how I learned Arabic. But then I have to do it now, I guess. I think it's high time because I've got so many subscribers, alhamdulillah, 13,000 or something, and I get calls, and I met a person also who asked me to tell my story of how I learned Arabic, and they're also talking about IOU, where I did my degree, BA in Islamic Studies, about the experience in it. So I thought, let's speak about it, about my journey. And you have to watch so many videos of mine if you want to learn Arabic. Like Madina Books itself has 150 or some videos, and I guess once you know a person, it becomes easier for you to listen to other videos of theirs. Once you know about the life story, once you know about how they've lived their life, it becomes far easier, I guess, because you know how he thinks, how he or she thinks, and how they are. And that's what I found once I knew one of the ustad or the shuyukh story of their life, and how they did this, and how they wrote their books, and the struggles they face, and so on. Everybody has a unique life and unique struggle, obviously, but sometimes we relate a lot. So maybe somebody might get motivated, inshallah, and from my little bit story of how I learned Arabic and how I changed my career, maybe they'll benefit from it, inshallah ta'ala, and that's what I hope. Maybe it'll motivate you for some days. Maybe so you might get some points here which might help you throughout your Arabic journey, and you'll be able to continue along, because watching online is something which is difficult, which is it's lonely. You're alone and you have to watch someone's videos for day and after day, especially for those like me who don't have access to physical classes, because physical classes are more interesting. You go every day, you have fun and stuff, and then you learn the language. Online is very depressing and very lonely journey. You have to be very committed to it, and it takes time. It takes time. You have to do it. But people who don't have options like me and others, YouTube is a great way now, alhamdulillah, where I can learn Arabic, because it was not possible maybe 10 years ago, or 15 years ago, 20 years ago, because there were hardly any videos and nobody had access to internet and stuff. Phones were also not there. So alhamdulillah, this is the future, I guess. Whoever wants to do it for free and sitting at home, you can learn the language, inshallah ta'ala. So it's going to be a little long, I guess. My story of journey. So if you're bored and stuff, you can skip to the relevant parts. You can skip some of it if you're feeling bored. But I have to tell the story so that it might benefit, inshallah ta'ala, and we can take Islamic lessons from it also, of how my life is. So let's begin. So the story begins before I was born. It began by one of the relatives of my mother, my mother's aunt's husband, right? My aunt in the sense paternal aunt, like my mother's father's sister's husband. He was a government employee, I think, and he suddenly at the age of 30 or 40, he didn't know any tajweed or the Qur'an. He suddenly, Allah guided him to start reading the Qur'an and start learning. And he said, my mother said that he found it very difficult to find a teacher who would teach him at this age, at the age of 30, 35. And then he started learning at that age the Quran, the Tajweed, as well as Arabic, right? So he was very interested into Arabic, and then he started teaching the Quran for free for people in his locality, and other people. He created madaris. So it started with that, and my mother was being a relative. She used to live beside that, besides him, and he taught my mother also. And that's where my mother started learning the Quran and language. He used to refer to dictionaries and stuff, and even his children, they went on to do MA in Arabic, and they, one of the daughters was a gold medalist also. My point in telling is that when Allah guides one person, the whole family and everyone, gets guidance through him, right? And the whole family became religious, and with the Quran, they became huffaz. They started learning Arabic, and they have degrees in Arabic now, and BA Arabic and MA Arabic. And my mother also learned, because my mother's environment was also, was affected a lot from him, and she saw her cousins studying all day, all night, focusing on the Quran, learning word meanings, word by word meanings, and learning languages. So my mother was also very interested. She was totally changed by reading books and stuff, and she became a nerd kind of in Islamic studies and stuff. So that helped us from that. So because of her, because my mother was like that, even I obviously was taught by my mother. So I was born near Charminar in Hyderabad. I'm a local Hyderabad in India. And I used to struggle a lot with the Quran. It was all my mother's efforts and endeavors, and that I was able to read the Quran. Even till the age of 10, it was very difficult for me, because my tongue twist, my tongue is difficult. Sometimes I stammer and unable to speak properly sometimes, the raw and other issues sometimes. So she never gave up. She never gave up for the education, and we actually shifted from the old city, Charminar area and stuff, to the new city for education purposes and for other reasons also. So we went to the new city where hardly any Muslims, but even there she sought after scholars and teachers to teach me Quran, and they used to give, as usual, they used to take a lot of holidays, or absent for months together. So she used to change and not give up. And I used to think I'd never learn how to read the Quran, because I was in a secular environment. I was not a good student. I was very dull, I guess, till the age of maybe 13, 14. I was like a dull student, just passing 40, 50%, and not really worrying, because I was more practical. I think, I can't mug up things. I have to understand them. Maybe it has come from my mother. Like, if you study something, try to understand it properly. And my mother, although she doesn't have a degree in Islamic studies, she has a lot of knowledge. She has a lot of knowledge, alhamdulillah. And if you ask any mas'ala, even some technical mas'ala, she almost has the correct opinions about it, right? Even the technical names of it. Like if I ask her about shigar marriage or something, she'll have, I read it in some book and in some place. So alhamdulillah, she was there. But the issue was, we didn't have Tawheed, kind of, we were not Salafiyyah back then. So even my childhood, I tried to read the Quran, but we were not that practicing, I guess. So what happened was, my father brought a CD. I don't know if we get those CDs now. It was called Discover Islam. So there were books of Sheikh Ibn Uthaymin, not Sheikh Albani, most of it, like Prophet's Prayer, in English. Because previously I used to not read, I used to read novels and stuff. So he bought a CD where Sheikh Albani's books were there, and Aqidah, Tawheed, and other books, and I read those CDs. Yeah, there was Fiqh Sunnah, the famous book at that time was Fiqh Sunnah in English. I believe it's around 2010, 2009, 2010, 12 years back. So I started reading those things, and I was very influenced, and slowly I understand Tawheed and stuff, because many of my families are Barelviya, and that time, now they've lessened into stuff, but that time they used to go to mazars and graves. So alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided me, and then slowly I told my mother and stuff, and all of my family came on the Qur'an and Sunnah. I was 18, I guess, 17, 18. We started practicing, and that time, alhamdulillah, Allah guided us, and also, and it was something else. I mean, once you don't see how you see life in a new light before you would be materialistic and stuff. Like after that, you have no concern except to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, kind of, and you're young and you're achievable. So that time I chose my career as, I didn't know anything about it. My mother chose, she also didn't know. It was so after my 12th intermediate, we call it here, I chose directly. I didn't do any degree. I just directly to do a chartered accountancy course. So here you have CPT and all those exams, entrance exams, and I had no idea what these guys do and about interest and stuff. So I was like 18, 19, and I chose that profession. And once I started my articleship, you do your articleship here for 3 years. Even if you ask the scholars what was CA at that time, at the age of in 2011, 12, people would not know. I mean, what does a chartered accountant do? What does a do? I mean, no idea. He just does business or something like an MBA, something like that. So even I didn't know, but alhamdulillah, I got to know through fatwa of English website like Islam QA. I started reading on it about these things, about interest and stuff, and they've clearly told it's not allowed for you to work in the finance field because there's interest, riba, and everywhere you go there's either riba or there's either, what do you say, they're cheating. Chartered accountants are full of cheats, generally speaking. In India, I mean, they window wash the accounts in finance, and they do this. Most of them, maybe not good ones, very rare, and you have to bribe people for government officials and stuff, and it's all like that, like lawyers, advocates. So this was also similar field. I didn't know anything about it. I got to know maybe in 2012 or 13. Like I had 2 years of finishing about all these things. I had no idea about this. That I realized what I'm doing is not correct. It's all, the profession is like this, and I didn't know what to do after I graduate fast. But I was like, let's finish this, inshallah. I mean, Allah will show us some other path. So at that time, my father passed away, and alhamdulillah, he earned a lot. Alhamdulillah, he left a lot of properties and stuff. But he passed away suddenly at the age of 49. So that was, I think, the changing point when we were putting my father into the grave. I thought, I don't want to live life earning money and a corporate job, a corporate slave. I'm the only son, by the way, so I had the freedom to choose, I guess. I have 2 sisters. So I thought, okay, I mean, let's try to do something Islamic with my life. I don't want to die just earning money and then die like this, because I thought, let's choose the best career. خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه. The best of you are those who teach the Quran, learn the Quran and teach it. So I thought something related to, but I didn't have any experience. I didn't have any knowledge at that time. So I was like, let's see, whatever, let's finish CA. And I didn't have problems of earning money at that time. We can survive. Alhamdulillah, we used to get rents. Even now we get rents, alhamdulillah, rental income. So we can survive. Alhamdulillah. And I asked my mother, like, I want to study Islamic studies at the age of 21. I was 21. So I called up few madaris, not few, just one, I guess, because there's only one near my house. I cannot go because I'm the only son, so I cannot go to Madina or places, and I have my mother. I can't leave her, so I can't go anywhere. And I was like, why can't I go? I need to travel to seek knowledge and stuff. And then I got to listen to the life of Imam Bukhari. He also did not travel when he had his father or his mother, and he traveled only after they passed away. Right? So I thought he got the barakah of ilm, sitting, trying to seek knowledge because of barakah of his parents. So why should I leave? I'll also not go anywhere. So I went, I wanted a madrasa, a school, Islamic school. We call it a madrasa here. It should be a day job. Like you go and then come back, and then in 3 years or 4 years, you finish the degree. So I called them, and I didn't have any references. I didn't know anyone because I'm an introvert. I have no contacts even now. Now also, alhamdulillah, a little bit. But yeah, so I didn't know any persons, people. And I went and I called them. I didn't actually go. I should have gone, I guess, thinking about it. I didn't go there. I was scared. I just called them and said, I'm 21 years old. I want an admission into the school. I want to study now. They said no. He just said no. Whoever I called him, he said no. No, sorry. The age limit is 18. 21 is not allowed. I'm like sad, and I didn't know where to go. So I went to the sheikh in my masjid, the imam of the masjid, and may Allah guide him and may Allah protect him. He said, yeah, anyways, this is a new madrasa at that time. It was a new madrasa. And he said, no, you have an English background, so you should do an English Alimiya course, because you have an English, you don't have any Urdu, because they used to teach in Urdu even now. So I said, fine. I don't know where to do it. So he was the one who guided me to IOU, Islamic Online University, it was called before. Now it's called Islamic Open University. So he was the one, you contact this person and so on. So I contacted him. I still remember it was in 2014. I contacted him, and then I got an admission and sat at home, started watching videos. And it was really good. It was really good, and high quality videos. I always recommend everyone. I think it's the best place for for Qur'an and Sunnah, to learn Aqidah in the correct way, in the way without any distortions and stuff. IU is still the best place in my view. In paid courses, I don't know if there's free. In Arabic there is Zahad. We talked about Zahad last time. There's a video of Zahad if you want to check it out. But IOU is amazing, tremendous. And I am what I am now with whatever little bit I learned is through IOU. Of course, after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So IOU, let me talk a little bit about IOU, because someone called me for tea and asking about my experience in IOU. So I thought I'll tell about it. So IOU is basically you get there's bachelors in various courses, and let me just show you inshallah ta'ala about IOU. So this is the website of IOU, and the wonderful website, International Open University. And this is of Dr. Bilal Phillips, of course, and he's done a tremendous job in it, working towards it. And there's so many scholars who teach from Madina, and in a simple way, almost 4,67,000 students registered. And it's really wonderful. If you want to start, if you want to be serious, student of knowledge, you're roaming here and there. I mean, IUU is the place you have to go to seek knowledge in English language. So there are various degrees. Yeah, now they've got so many degrees. I did a bachelor's degree in in Islamic studies. Yeah, in Islamic studies, and this is the bachelor's degrees in Islamic studies. Really good. How do you study? You watch modules. So semester 1, you have these many subjects. So Aqidah. So in each subject, it's called a course, I guess. You get credits. We didn't have credits back then, but yeah. You get credits. So this is Aqidah. So you learn a book. So you have to watch every week in each subject. At that time, I don't know if it changed now. You have to watch 2 modules. So each module consists of a 30-minute video, 20, 25, 30 minutes, and 1 module test. So there are 30 modules, so 30 module tests, right? So there are 30 like this, etiquettes of seeking knowledge and everything like this. So you have to do totally 50 courses, 48 courses, 50 courses, some are extra. So I started, I didn't even know how to write Arabic. So everything I've learned through here, these are the semester subjects, Asira and Tafsir and Aqidah again, Fiqh again, Hadeeth, Madina Book 3, then Hadeeth and so on. And then we have Tafsir, Dawah, Fiqh. And they've started so wonderfully that, everything I've learned, Faraid, inheritance, they've added a new subject, a teaching of Islamic studies. Contemporary Dawah, Islamic history also was very interesting, research methodology. So they ask you to write a thesis also. And Islamic civilization, you have legal max, qawaid fiqhiyya also they've taught. So they've taught almost so many things on this. And that time it was cheap. Now it's if you go to the fees, scale fees. So every country, it has, you can select either part-time or full-time. Remember, without paying, without these things, it becomes very difficult for you to, without any sacrifice, you can't get knowledge. So either you have to sacrifice time, a lot of time, as well as you have to sacrifice some money. So my mother paid for all these. That time it was less. Now it is, part-time plan is like $75, and then full-time is $120 or something. So it's for Indians, maybe it's a little costly. Full-time $115. But remember, we spend so much money it's per semester. So that's like $230. But yeah, it's worth it, right? It's at par to with other degrees in India, kind of. So you are in a low developed country, so India, I am in a low developed country, so India is there. So yeah, this is IUU, and you can go and read about it, admissions and so on. So admissions happen every March and every September. The new semester starts, and you start, so every month you watch around 8 modules per subject per course. So if you take part-time, you can do 3 courses at a time. Full-time, you can do 6. So that's how it is, and it takes you 4 years. And it's not that easy, and it's not that difficult. If you study seriously, how much time should you give? You should, try to do at least 2 modules per day. So 6 days, you'll finish 12 modules. If you're taking full-time. Part-time, anyways, you can watch anyways, 1 day or 2 days. And after doing this, it's equal to, you start your journey in Islamic studies. So your mindset changes, right? You start thinking in a different way. You start, I can't even express it. Like once you study Islamic studies, everything changes. You have a perspective about everything. And it's wonderful, right? So instead of roaming here and there, I would say, many people have a dream of becoming a student of knowledge. Start here. Online. It's online. If you can pay, it's well and good. And it's really wonderful. So I started learning, and I spent my 4 years sitting at home, I didn't go to a job. I sat at home, wake up every day from 10 and watch modules till 2, 3, 4. And sometimes I used to go to Askislampedia. So what is Askislampedia? We'll talk about that also now. So in the evening, one of the sheikh has his project, Askislampedia, Wikipedia with authentic knowledge. This is the website, Askislampedia, and in so many languages, right? In so many languages, and these are also being worked on. And they have articles on various topics. They have articles on various topics, and if you go to the English one, you find these articles there. And these are all authentic based on Quran and Sunnah. If you go to the articles, these are all the articles in English. Almost so many topics, beginnings of deviation, Imam, Muslim, right? Very interesting. And it's like from various authentic sources, and not even in English, in so many languages like Arabic. There's a lot of work done in Arabic. And so this is the website. So I used to go there and do something, English, compile something for English. So I got an environment of scholars there. There were multiple scholars, 10, 12 scholars there, and living with them, staying with them. That also has helped me to get, the environment of scholars, because in online you won't get that environment of scholars. So meeting with them, asking them questions, 10, 12 scholars, everyone has a different approach. So this is the Arabic, this thing, maqalat. Go to maqalat. Maqalat, we are going to the English, I guess. But yeah, so Ahlul ulama, you can click on anything, al-imanu billah. So this is the website we used to go and work, and there's a lot of work to be done here, where you get summarized knowledge. I can definitely recommend Askislampedia. So I used to work there in the evenings. So that's what my day was for 4 years, I guess. And then I didn't know what to do. So the sheikh here, he recommended me that you should teach Arabic, because you should do some courses. So I got an opportunity to teach offline in 2018. So I taught there for 1 year or something, offline, but hardly any students, right, who study Arabic. I taught Madina Books for the first time over there, and but the students were only 2, 3, or sometimes 3, so 4, and they hardly attended, because you know how students are. So I taught that, right? And then in 2019 or something, you can see I shifted it to online, because I was like, why waste time traveling and stuff, and nobody's coming anyways, so let's do it online, put the videos on YouTube. So I put my Madina Books Urdu videos. I never thought I'd become a YouTuber or something, but I started putting them and people liked it, and then we did an English batch and we put Madina Books English batch, and that's how we started. So why do I do what I do? Right? The reasoning is also an important thing. I just want to read books. Seriously speaking, I just want to read almost all books in Arabic. And it's like reading books online helps you, because you have a system where you just read and then put it on the channel, and then you have so many series, and you can finish books after books. So it's like reading with a door open. If you want to join in, you can join in and join the journey with me. And I just want to read books and maybe explain them, make it easy, because I was always inspired by those people who are academic and they don't compromise for the people. Because what happens is, once you just talk general, heart softening reminders, and for the masses. But I want something for the students of knowledge to actually do. Like Arabic teachers, they are good marketeers. They market well that, okay, you have to learn Arabic, but how do you do that? Who's going to teach you for free? They have their own websites and stuff, their courses which they sell, but I want something free, because being from India, we don't have free cash to just throw around in Arabic. So they have free courses, and so I would also At that time, we didn't have any videos, so we used to watch Brother Asif's videos. So I used to watch IUU's videos as well as Brother Asif's videos. So 2 videos, watching them had strengthened my Arabic a lot, and that's why I was able to teach. And so I decided, okay, I'll teach Arabic and online or offline, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Offline also, I taught in the masjid, book 1, I guess. So teaching Arabic, why am I focusing on Arabic? Because you get to the next level when you learn Arabic. You get to the next level in terms of understanding. You can't even describe. Your thinking changes, your way of life kind of changes. So it is very different to the way you see world when you learn Arabic. Reading a hadith in English or a verse in English, I mean, okay, it's fine. But when you read that in Arabic, it has an effect on your heart. It is inspiring. It is motivating. So it's a total different world once you learn Arabic. So that's why I want to focus on the key or the master key, which gives you all the sciences. So once you learn Arabic, you can go to Aqidah, read books. You go to Fiqh, read books. You can go to Seerah, read books. Right? You have the master key, and you're good in it. Well, that means you can manage. It may be hard words and there are new vocabs, is fine, but you can manage in it. It becomes easy for you to read those books and go on. And this was all possible because of screen sharing and Zoom, of course, that time, because it was difficult to record screen recorders and record your screen, and there'll be so many pop-ups and this and that. Zoom eliminated all that, so all the videos helped. So now you can easily screen record, and then without any pop-ups and stuff and everything, and then you can easily put it on YouTube. Alhamdulillah, these are all the benefits which we are living today. So my goal is to read all types of books in every field, because I'm interested in everything Islamic studies and every subject, and every subject has a different purpose, a different need, and different mindset it requires, and it helps you understand Islam more, and you become closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala more, and spreading knowledge, to be serious in spreading knowledge. I mean, obviously it'll be a small channel, it'll not be like mass channel, but whoever it is, inshallah, we hope that they'll be serious in their studies, who want to serious stuff, and this is what I want to keep going and do it. So personal life also, I've got 2 daughters, alhamdulillah, and alhamdulillah, my marriage also, I did it almost for free. Marriage walima was also very cheap, alhamdulillah. I'm glad Allah made it easy for me, because who's going to marry an unemployed person? But I mean, after marriage, I started working in a school because I thought there'll be time flexibility and stuff. So I still work in a school. And alhamdulillah, I was able to start Hifz. Also, Allah guided me to memorize the Qur'an. And I joined GQMC. I would definitely recommend Global Qur'an Memorization Center. Although I did not finish it over there, but that gave me a good foundation in the Hifz. I'm still not perfect. I have to still do it. Maybe it'll take me 3-4 years more, because I do it part-time, maybe 1 hour every day. That too in the school I joined. So the condition I said of joining the school was that I'll teach from 10. The school is from 8, but 2 hours or 1 hour, whatever I get whenever I reach, I will read the Quran and sit with the children. And they have the Hifz program for the kids there, where along with the school you can finish it. So I sit there and I recite the Quran and memorize 1 page, 2 pages, whatever. Inshallah, I hope to finish someday my memorization, and it becomes, oh may Allah make it easy for all of us. So there's no age for you to start memorizing the Quran. I believe you should start. If you're learning Arabic, you should start memorizing the Quran. I mean, you've got one life. I mean, what are you going to do if you don't study, if you don't memorize? Give it some time. Give it some time. You have to live forever, right, after you die. So you should try, inshallah. And I mean, how much do you want to learn to become closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? I don't say that everybody is able to learn, because you need to have the temperament of studying and stuff. But if you do have, because Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala has made everyone different, and some people are good at studies, some people are good at helping out others, some people are good at giving heart softening lectures, right? Some people are good at motivating. So everybody has different role to play. So I mean, it's okay if you're not able to learn Arabic. I always say, but try to find something in your life where you can serve Allah subhanahu. Some people are good at building masjids, right? They can build masjids, they can coordinate everything, they can collect charities. That's such a great job. I mean, many people, what happens is when they start doing something, they think their thing is the best, right? Like dawah, for example. Some people are very good at giving dawah to non-Muslims, and they think everybody should so start criticizing the other people who don't do it. No, I believe you should try to encourage others, but not criticize them. Oh, why aren't you studying? I mean, this is not the way, I believe. The way is to encourage people, and you will find people, not everybody can study Arabic, I understand. But you try to encourage, right? Okay, inshallah, learn something, learn Surah Al-Fatiha, learn. If you want to do it in 2 days, do whatever you can, and do, you know, little bit and something. Slowly, you can increase your progress. But you know, to criticize, oh, why aren't you studying Arabic and this, that, this is not the correct way. You're pulling down, you're taking, why aren't you doing dawah? Not everybody. Like for me, it's very difficult to speak to a stranger, right? But alhamdulillah, everybody should do whatever is required, and we should also try to do everything possible, whichever. I mean, dawah is such a great job. You should do whatever you can, and find your niche. Find your niche on serving. Be something, right? Be something for Islam. Be a pillar of support for taking care of the widows and the orphans. I mean, for me, it's very difficult to do that because you need to organize so many things and stuff. And no, I cannot do that. I mean, I could maybe, but it's very difficult for me. I mean, for me, reading a book and teaching is easy. So Allah makes everything easy for what, you know, for that person's temperament, because there are the 8 doors in Jannah, right? Somebody, for them, fasting is easier. They can go through Babu Rayyan. For some, sadaqah is easy, or some, you know, so many things you can do. Yeah, but don't try to be stagnant, right? You always try to challenge yourself, and even in your studies, you try to go next level. You try to keep going. Don't be stagnant water. Stagnant water gets dirty and corrupted. Try to be always moving, so that before we die in this short life, at least we can serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, worship Him, and maybe inshallah, you know, enter His Jannah inshallah ta'ala. So this is my journey to Arabic language and how it is. Not that great, but yeah, I think it could help some of us out who might be struggling, who might be going through rough patches and they don't know how to study and where to begin. I would definitely, which books to study? Again, as I said, always start with Madina Books. That's my experience. Maybe we are biased towards it, but that's how I studied. And if you study Madina Books, you can do any book. If it hadn't been for Madina Books, it would have been very difficult for me to also, you know, actually learn Arabic. Madina Books are the best way to study. So that's my journey, and I just want to keep doing this, inshallah ta'ala. There were financial issues also, but alhamdulillah, Allah helps you. Allah helps you, and we have supporters and stuff which help us. Like I remember I collected during lockdown. It was very difficult. I didn't have any job, so alhamdulillah, Allah guided me for one-on-one sessions. So even till today I take one-on-one sessions. Previously I should not take, it was only group classes. So alhamdulillah, it helped me a lot. Alhamdulillah, you find students without marketing, without anything. I just told it once that okay, I'm taking students, and somehow, you know, word of mouth, people got to know about me. I just, you know, we have online classes for one-on-one also. So alhamdulillah, and one of the sheikh also, I didn't know him at all. He subhanallah, I mean, he came and gave me 30,000 rupees, not once but 3 months. So he just, this is a gift. He doesn't know anything about me, maybe somebody from his masjid or someone, uh, they told him about me or something, I don't know. And someone that helped me with my wife's pregnancy, the second child, alhamdulillah, that money. So Allah opens doors for you. I mean, you just have to keep going and keep trying, because after my finishing my IOU degree, it was not like I knew anyone to give masjid khutbahs and so on. And my Urdu is also not that good. It's, you know, workable, uh, because I'm not, it's not the traditional route. We go to the madrasa and then you have contacts and you can go and say, okay, I'll give khutbah, masjid khutbah, and so on. It's like promoting yourself. I don't like promoting myself. So, but now, alhamdulillah, I've got a masjid, alhamdulillah. One of my friends, he suggested, and they like some whatever I speak in the khutbahs a little bit. So, to help in the community also, I mean, they will be like, who's this guy? I mean, why will he doesn't have any credentials, and why would they allow? And that's fair on their part. I mean, and I will also not go and tell, okay, I have this degree or whatever. Right? I mean, ultimately, we have to keep studying. So, alhamdulillah, YouTube is such a platform where even if I don't have any people here, I can put a video here and maybe some people will watch. Maybe after I die, it'll be, inshallah, a reward. May Allah accept all the efforts, and may Allah keep us, help us continue to be here, give istekhamah for us, inshallah ta'ala, and keep teaching, keep reading books, not be deviated, and not stop doing reading books, because reading books is the only thing which is required now. If you see various academies, they have secular knowledge about everything. There's free courses and free stuff, literature, math, science. There should be something for Islamic also. I mean, it may not be of the top-notch quality, it may not be of this thing, but there should be something like, I want to do this book. Is there someone who has taught it? I want to read Fathul Bari. Is there someone who started in English? In Arabic, you can find so many people who've started. And they've done thousands of videos on that book or other books. Right? I mean, they've recorded from the masjid lectures and stuff. And even if you go to Haram, even till today, you'll find shuyukh sitting and reading books. They might have only one student. Right? And I was like inspired so much. I mean, he doesn't care if he doesn't have students. He's just doing it. He's not even recording it. Just for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They're sitting after Maghrib. If you go, you'll find one sheikh who doesn't have any students at all, and he's teaching technical subjects, or, you know, some books, Bulughul Maram and this, that. Why? Because it's the love for the knowledge. He's studying for his own self. He's studying for himself and studying, you know, just to be closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala this way. Right? Teaching, learning books. Right? Even my goal is to do all types of books in every field, inshallah ta'ala. So many people ask me, like, why do you do so many books? They don't ask me, but I mean, they want me to have a schedule and fixed. But I say it's very difficult. I want to do everything because there's a different type of mentality which is required when you do Aqidah, Seerah. You know, it energizes you. So doing these different books helps me to energize, helps me to keep going. Because if I do one book every day, I'll feel bored. Right? Especially online, because any video you find of Arabic online, you'll find that most of them are either of the classroom video which they recorded and sent. There's hardly or very few videos where they actually sit in front of a computer without any students and they record, and that is very heavy, because you need at least 1 or 2 students. We can interact with them, and then it'll become easier. So that's why I have live classes, 1 or 2 students who interact and stuff. But teaching offline, I could do it every day. I could do it for many hours and then finish the book. But sitting online, even 40 minutes becomes so heavy. I mean, I don't know how many of you are watching now, but yeah, you might have already skipped the video. So it's very difficult, right? To watch someone speaking non-stop for so much long time, and it's difficult. Even 20 minutes, you're like, okay, I'm done. Right? You'll be tired. You don't want to do it for that day. You're done for that day. So my point is, we have to keep going, inshallah ta'ala. Whatever happens, inshallah. It doesn't matter if you have a schedule or not, a plan. Ramadan is coming. You know, you need not have a detailed plan. have a limited plan, have basic outline, like this is what you have to do. Like I know I have to teach Arabic wherever it is, be it online, offline, right? Madina Books or other books. I want to teach every subject. My major goal is, but maybe one day, 2 days, 3 days, 10 years, whatever it is, right? This is my thing to do. It's okay if I miss 1 week, 2 weeks, it doesn't matter, because I know I'll do it whenever it is. I'll finish all the books, because some books people like, they want me to do it every day. Some books nobody cares about those books, but I can, because I've started those books, so I have to finish them. And maybe what happens is, after I finish the playlist, somebody watches, 5 years down the line, because all my top videos are the ones which I did 4 years ago, 3 years ago. Madina Books or Al-Baby Nadik first video, I don't even remember what I taught there. I don't remember what I spoke there, nothing. Right? People assume and they comment, oh, you said this. I don't remember anything. How will I remember? Because I do the video, forget everything about it. So, I mean, the things I spoke here, I don't remember what I spoke till now. I could have spoken anything. So, this is how I am. This is how it is. And if you have any problems, queries, you can always comment. Inshallah, I'll try to improve myself and my way. Like somebody commented, like I take a lot of time searching for words. So inshallah, I'll try to pause the videos whenever it's possible, and so that I don't waste your time, because most of the videos are unedited, raw stuff, and you have to have a lot of patience to watch my videos, because editing takes a lot of time. Right? I don't know if I'll edit this video also, because there's so much, but yeah. So inshallah, see you always, inshallah, studying, going ahead in your Arabic journey. So finish it. So this is my journey of how I've studied Arabic. Even you can do it, inshallah, and you can also go ahead. And this is me, Kashif, inshallah, signing off. Barakallahu feekum. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik.